We've all been there. It's date night, and our nerves are getting the best of us. Instead of playing it relaxed and cool, we're running around the house trying to figure out what are we going to wear. So here to help me is my sister Coley, and we're gonna show you 4 easy ways to seal your date night style with a kiss. Everyone here is on their feet, they are dancing. That's right, everyone, it is New Year's Eve, we are live, and we are getting decked out to the nines, celebrating Hollywood, celebrating vintage Hollywood, right over the Schuylkill River. So if you've got work to do in your home that requires a pro, and sure, contractors want your business, but there's also a whole bunch of stuff they wish you knew before you picked up the phone. Have a helping of their butternut squash soup.
You are eating something that is not messed with. It's pure.
Transitioning from season to season without the fuss and without spending a whole lot of money can be super simple. All you have to do is pick out the right pieces and incorporate them in the right way. In Devon, you really need to dress the part because it's not just about equestrian
That's right.
wear.
No, you gotta branch out.
You gotta branch out and you gotta dress like a lady. And if there's one place you're gonna do it to top it off, it's this place. Check it out.
That sandwich
Oh my
shop
gosh.
smacked me around.
Clearly. And that's a good thing when you get punched in the face by a Reuben.
If you want your tongue to take a beating, you go to the
there.
middle child. You have a great experience.
I like to think that I live in this bubble where anything is possible. Like this Philly girl on the cover of fashion magazines all over the world. But since that hasn't happened yet, I'll just have to create it myself. But remember, as I always say, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be polished. With a timeless elegance and fantastic views of Philadelphia's ever-changing skyline, why not ring in any day in 2019 high above the Bellevue Hotel? At 19 Restaurant.
Cheers to 2019 in 19.
From the ceiling down to the new American cuisine, this fine dining restaurant surely does a fine job at paying homage to its hotel's history, as the Pearl Room is always dressed for the occasion.
The pearls were kind of tribute to back in the day where the ladies of Philadelphia would walk around with pearls dangling off their, around their neck. We want to be known as new and fresh and a place for all, but we always, in every decision we make, our North Star is always the stories behind it.
From their pre-prohibition Clover cocktail recipe to one recipe that still reigns as an American classic.
One of the original chefs of the Bellevue, William Bill King, created Chicken a la King, and we keep it on the menu today, certainly in its modern interpretation of that dish, but it's certainly one of our customers' favorites. A New Year's about new beginnings and about being really excited for what's around the corner, but also never losing sight of where you came from. That's what makes us special.
The stories are endless.
Did you know that Thomas Edison did the original lighting for this building?
What?
And so is the attention to detail as they poach, pour, and plate to perfection. As the ball drops this year, so does the mic for their crab cake Benedict with green tomato hollandaise.
The hollandaise just makes me so happy. It coats your tongue just as it coats the poached eggs. And then you have the sweetness of the crab. You have the slight toast on the bread underneath. The layer of the flavors and textures are like a layered necklace.
Venison with poached pear, foie gras, stuffed cabbage, and...
Oh wow, that parsnip puree? That is like silk. It's sweet and tart, and meaty and tender. Every element is like your favorite outfit. The one you keep going back to.
And Thomas Edison's favorite, apple dumplings.
You know, Thomas Edison was one bright guy. Your teeth are just bouncing around on the sugar that's on top of the crust. The crust is buttery, the apples are sweet, and they kind of just melt in your mouth. And that ice cream, if I could freeze time before the year changes, right here is where I want to be.
The ambiance, everything there.
Yes.
It just takes your breath away. You know, and us as girls, we have an appreciation for that woman who's just so striking at the bar or the restaurant with her pearls on, and just that class and decadence. That's 19 at the Bellevue. And it's so rich in history. That's what makes it even more like that, you know, poised and proper woman. Like there's just so much there to love and admire, right?
And in terms of history, Thomas Edison, you said, was this his favorite?
This was his favorite dish.
He's a Jersey guy, so he went over the bridge, got himself some. Wow. Cool.
Right? Unbelievable. And you guys get to try it. So here's a fork for each of you.
Thank you.
Here
It reminds me of the steel.
And it's still warm.
I want to hear that Steely Dan, Hey 19. When I bite into it, and it's like, Hey 19.
And can I just say, Tori, you are the most beautiful eater, you know, I've ever known in my life.
That is, I appreciate that, Chelsea, and I think it's because I have zero self-awareness.
Right.
Just try not to look at myself, because if I do, I look terrible.
That's TV news in a nutshell there.
Look for the blue and white sign on the corner of Tarsdale and Linden. Walk in and you'll uncover an undeniable upbeat energy, unpretentious American fare, and packing the seats aren't strangers, just friends you haven't met.
Everybody's hidden spot is everybody's favorite spot.
Well, the word's out. Welcome to Dagwood's Pub. Now, how they got their name is a funny story. Comical, you might say.
Do you remember Blondie and Dagwood? Remember they used to have Blondie and Dag and the sandwich would be this high? My husband liked everything big and a lot of it.
And you'll see owner Joan and her sisters rolling up their sleeves, making a lot of big meatballs in the back.
How many meatballs do you make when you make them?
500.
500?
It was in 1987 when her husband Ed opened the doors.
A lot of people thought it was a house. Some business thought they don't make it. He took chances.
And more than 30 years later, the house is still a home for Joan, their son Ed, and all who enter.
How does it feel to have felt so scared in the beginning and to now be where you
I
are?
had butterflies in my stomach. Yeah. But thank you, Ed. You'd be very proud of my son.
My father passed away suddenly in 2004, and then I vowed to my mother and my family that I would not only keep it going, but make it better.
Well, no need to tweak this menu.
Will you pick my chin up and put it back to my...
Absolutely, yeah.
From the meatballs.
It's a little tangy, it's meaty, it's heartwarming. It just melts in your mouth and then hugs your insides.
Classic Clams Casino.
Crunchy on the top, you're getting smokiness, you're getting a porkiness from the bacon, there's peppers, there's onions, there's delight, there's clams, there's all of it. With the drawn butter and the lemon squirt,
Prime rib melt.
this sandwich smiles back at you. That meat is so tender and rich. And when you bite into it and the you kind of drink it and you're like, God, that's good.
With the side of seafood fries.
I just bit into a piece of shrimp, scallop, smooth, creamy. I mean, all of it, it overwhelms me.
There was no place like Dagwood's.
I've never been here, but I feel at home. I feel like I'm in the Wizard of Oz.
You still got the parsley.
I still have the parsley. Now I know I'm at home.
A gal that'll tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
Right? Can I just tell you what I love about Dagwood's Pub? Well, first of all, before I get comfortable, because this tends to happen.
She's like, yeah, let me talk to you.
So let me just say what we have here. Dagwood's absolutely incredible. Great neighborhood spot. They hooked us up with some delicious fried shrimp. I had one before this came out, so I'm just making sure you all got one.
Okay, yeah, we
They're
got ours.
delicious.
Okay.
Homemade pierogies that they make themselves.
Nice.
They really celebrate their Polish heritage there. It's wonderful. And then kielbasa.
No,
Okay?
wow.
Who's salivating?
Awesome. I know.
Also,
This is
if you're into this, inside the cup is a spicy sauce, which is so you. I know you love the
spicy
kick.
sauce.
So feel free to
nice.
have a little cocktail
right
hour
up my
while we're
alley.
here, right?
And I heard you say 500 the meatballs are delicious. You said 500?
500
In like
meatballs they make in the kitchen.
45 minutes?
Yes, and it's Mama G and her two sisters. They've been making them for years. And she said the secret to making a great meatball
mixing, and guess what? No breadcrumbs.
What? I know. Really? Just the meat, huh?
She said the breadcrumbs makes the meatballs too dry, so she does like day-old moist bread.
I saw her in the hallway, so she gave me a little bit of a tip. On the meatballs.
Oh man, I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
Oh,
No,
just
she let me.
Pretend you didn't hear that, you guys. It's a secret.
But you know what's so cool about Dagwood's? I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from Northeast Philly. And it was truly Philadelphia. Great people, great food, in a neighborhood spot, shoulder to shoulder with your neighbors. It was wonderful.
I love it.
It's a hidden gem.
I'm a Hungarian girl, so kielbasa.
Oh, you're
I'm
good.
just trying to
There you go.
I'm trying to figure out how to eat and talk at the same time. Well, I guess now we gotta
Let's do weather.
Let's do weather, and we'll start nibbling while Kate tells us about our forecast. I guess we're gonna need the rain boots soon, right?
Yes, and you guys can tell Tori. I was like, wait, it's Thursday? Does that mean
I know. She was all. We were all excited.
I love Thursdays. Thursdays are day of the week.
Exactly.
Thanks, girls. We've all been there. It's date night, and our nerves are getting the best of us. Instead of playing it relaxed and cool, we're running around the house trying to figure out what are we going to wear. So here to help me is my sister Coley, and we're gonna show you 4 easy ways to seal your date night style with a kiss. That's K-I-S-S. K is for killer dress. I say it all the time. There is nothing like a killer dress that will make you feel more like $1,000,000. If you find one that fits and does the talking, it'll be perfect. And it's actually perfect for Coley because she doesn't really talk much at all. This one is even one that she already had in her own closet, so that just goes to show that you don't even have to buy something new. It's fun, it's flirty, and it doesn't matter if you like a pop of color, a little embellishment, or maybe you like a little black dress. Regardless, a killer dress is the way to go. I is for illuminate your skin. The thing with date night is that you still want to feel like yourself, so don't cover yourself up with a whole bunch of makeup. But what you can do is illuminate your skin using some illuminating powder. You can even use an eyeshadow that has an iridescent. So what we're going to do is just take some of that highlighting powder and put a little on the cheek, a little on the brow bone, on the other side. Make sure you blend it really well too. And it's just enough where it'll bring some beautiful light to your already beautiful face. S is for sexy shoes. When a woman wants to feel like a woman, who does she run to? Her shoes. Why? Because they just make her feel great about herself all the time, like her best friends. And that's what you need on date night. You need to feel great. So a sexy shoe is the way to go. Whether it's something strappy, maybe something peep toe like Coley is wearing, or even a platform. Make sure that there's shoes that you can walk in, and any shoe that you're showing your toes, make sure that you have a great pedicure. S is for self-confidence. This, my friends, is your best accessory. Whether it's date night style or a date, the objective is to just have fun. So open yourself up to the possibilities of a great time by starting with a great POV on yourself, your beauty, and all the beautiful things you have to offer. So the next time you're feeling frazzled about date night, don't worry. Remember to KISS. And don't forget, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be polished.